cancer, Joann. It's cancer. That's what I heard when I was groggily waking up from recovery as my surgeon and friend, Dr. Greg Rhodes, leaning over my bed to tell me and announce, it's cancer! No sugarcoating it, no kind of gradually leading into it to let me know of my diagnosis of breast cancer. At age 39, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. I found out I was not alone. Cancer happens to many of us at younger ages every day. Every family has been touched in some way by breast cancer, or cancer in general. Every family has a story of cancer. Today, I'm going to tell you my story, relay some of the data, touch on the celebrity aspect of it, and hopefully at the end of my talk, I will encourage you to see your doctor, make those appointment for a checkup, and get checked, because those checkups can save your life. My story, I've worked in healthcare for a number of years, and I'm not a doctor or a nurse, I'm a secretary. I sat and soaked in all these studies and things as I was busily taking minutes at meetings. And for some reason, I got a baseline mammogram at age 35. It's controversial and it's not always recommended, but I got it done. And it saved my life. Because a few months before my 40th birthday, I had just landed my dream job. I was an executive assistant to a busy CEO, and I decided to go get my first of my annual mammograms. I was really annoyed at the tech, because I was in there for my mammogram and she fumbled around and took a bunch of films of my right breast, and she kept taking them over and over, and then she said, oh, you have to wait and talk to the doctor. And I was like, I can't wait. I gotta get back to work. This is, I just got this job. I can't stay here. Can't I just make an appointment? I know how this works. I work in healthcare, I can come back. And she goes, no, you really need to stay and talk to the doctor. So the doctor came out after a little while and he said, you have a lump and it's fairly serious. You need to go see a surgeon. I can recommend one. Well, my head was spinning. I went back to work and I was like, this can't be happening to me right now. I'm a single mom. I'm the sole support of 3 children. What am I going to do? Well, actually, it all worked out. I got through it. I had a great employer. I had a year of treatment. And I came out at the end of it with a wonderful selection of hats, so that I have since donated to other people going through that journey. Now, I could have been one of the 2,300 women that died each year under 40 in the US of breast cancer. I had a 20% chance of dying within the first 10 years of my diagnosis of the disease. There are 1 in 68 women each year under 40 who have a chance of being diagnosed with breast cancer, which means, to put it in perspective, I have a greater chance of being diagnosed with the disease than winning the lottery, but a greater chance of being diagnosed with disease than dying in a car accident. So a greater chance of dying in a car accident than being diagnosed with disease. I'm trying to put that in perspective. For older women, studies show that it's 1 in 26 women are diagnosed with breast cancer in their lifetime, or 1 in 8. It can vary, depending on the study that you look at. So for older women, there's a higher risk of breast cancer, which I'm trying to say. For men in the US, 410 men die each year in the US from breast cancer. There are 2,200 new cases diagnosed each year for men, and a man has a lifetime risk of 1 in 1,000 of being diagnosed with breast cancer. Now, recently in the news, you've seen Angelina Jolie, who has gone for a total radical mastectomy and had both her breasts removed. Well, this, as I was surprised to find out when I was researching for this speech, was she didn't have breast cancer at all. She found out that she had the gene in her family, the breast cancer gene. Her mom had died at age 56, and her and Brad have all those kids, so she wanted to be around for her grandchildren. So she took the radical step of having both her breasts removed because she knew that having that gene meant that she had an 82% chance of being diagnosed with breast cancer and a 50% chance of being diagnosed and dying from ovarian cancer. So she looked at all those statistics and she took that major step in her life. But since then, doctors have seen a sharp increase in young women being diagnosed with breast cancer going for total radical mastectomies, which they highly and vehemently recommend that you don't do. They want women to look at that. There's no studies that show that that is any greater effect on breast cancer than just on your outcome than just having radiation and lumpectomy and radiation and chemo. That having a mastectomy is no different. So other celebrities that have been diagnosed with breast cancer are Sheryl Crow at age 44, Kylie Minogue, age 36, Melissa Etheridge, age 43, and Christina Applegate, who founded The Right Action for Women, was 36 years old. The Right Action for Women helps women who have been diagnosed or are high risk for breast cancer but can't afford the surgery. So getting back to Dr. Rhodes, peering over my bed and his poor bedside manner, he choked up as he was telling me, and he went out to talk to my mom, and he was also teary. He came back later to say, you know, we found a lump, it's going to pathology, but I'm sure it's cancer. I will give you an oncologist, and he'll let you know all your treatment options. And I did go through a year of treatment, lost all my hair, all that kind of stuff. And I found a great support group locally of young women, and it was a life-changing experience, and it also was not the only thing. So I just want to let you know that I wanted to remind you from my story and from the data and from the celebrities that you've known, that you've seen in the news, to get those checks, see your doctor, and get those regular checkups, and remind your loved ones to do the same. Thank you very much.